Serious. What is a great career path that kids in college aren't aware exists? Piano tuning gets you up to £75 an hour, and there are elderly tuners literally begging to hand over full schedules of work. You can find work all over the world and don't have to do too many hours to earn a good living. How do you find a piano tuning job? There's a 3-year course in the UK, and if you do that you'll pretty much get headhunted by companies and people desperate to take you on or hand over work. Funeral director, mortician, and embalmer. It takes very little college to become one and they pay well. Funeral directors usually even get a free house out of the deal. Also hazmat cleanup, like 18 months of school for a $60k USD per year job. Plus you get to travel all over the world. Oh perfect. No one knows about my career. Only 3,500 people doing it nationwide and we are in a job shortage. I am a perfusionist and run the cardiopulmonary bypass machine during heart surgeries. Get a Bachelor of Science degree, then go to a perfusion school, 1 or 2 year program. I am 4 years out of school and made 6 figures last year. I probably averaged 30 to 35 hours per week. It can be stressful because you can kill a patient very easily. Won't happen unless you're careless, but it is very rewarding to know you are saving people's lives every day. Edit. Oh my god, my inbox. More upvotes than perfusionists in the US. This is from another perfusionist below. You learned idiot perfusionist here tagging onto to the top comment. It's a great job but it's a good salary for a reason. You are responsible for someone's life in the most literal way for hours at a time. You can easily kill someone. You will work long hour by yourself. The call can be hard nights and weekends routinely and there is a cement ceiling for salaries. This is a great job but if you are someone who freezes up during emergencies I would recommend other fields. If the heart-lung machine goes down during bypass it's your job to fix it. Because you have stopped the heart so a surgeon can operate on a non-beating heart. You have minutes to find the problem, fix it and hopefully the PT is fine. If you're from the UK some people in China will pay you great money to babysit their kids so their kids can learn the right accent and manners. They'll prefer someone with a college education since it's more prestigious, and I know someone who was earning $50,000 straight away. A lot of the smaller healthcare professions get forgotten by kids in college or high school. Everyone focuses on being a doctor, nurse, dentist, or pharmacist, but there are so many other professions in healthcare. Speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, respiratory therapists, medical imaging technologists, X-ray, MRI, US, nuclear medicine, radiation therapists, dietitians, audiologists, chiropodists, laboratories technologists. I'm sure I've forgotten some. They all tend to pay middle-class income or better with reasonable hours. They require specialized knowledge and skills that put your brain to work at least a little bit each day. And you get to work with patients who are typically quite appreciative. Going to say medical lab science is a great path. It's a 4-year degree. You will have minimal patient contact. Usually just draw the blood at some smaller hospitals. You run around the lab doing many different tests on body fluids and tissues. Start out of school at about $50,000 a year. Towboats. If you get on with a good company you can start off making $40K a year. After a year and a half or so you can get a tankerman certification along with a significant pay raise. Within 10 years, if you work hard and do everything you need to do, you could be looking at $100,000 plus working 6 months out of the year. You could do it faster if you're willing to pay for some school. My grandpa is a captain and $500 a day is the lowest he'll go out for, and that's only if he's desperate to get out of the house. On top of that, he's what they call a tripper, which pretty much just means freelance. He goes out when he feels like it and stays home when he doesn't. How does one get started in this? I think the first step would be find a city with a large port that you would consider living in, then look for towboat companies in the area. Finish your bachelor's in anything and complete a 1-month full-time CELTA course. You can find a place to study this course in pretty much every country in the world. then move to Sydney, or Dubai, etc., and teach English as a second language, ESL, to foreigners. In Sydney, for example, you can get a job working for one of the major universities. They teach English to foreign students who want to study at the uni, and who have all the necessary requirements to do so except for the required English level. And so they take a 10-week course hoping to improve their English enough in time for enrollment. The one I worked at has 2,500 foreign students enrolled in one of these pathway courses, mainly Chinese, Korean, Brazilian and students from the Middle East, etc., and employs 230 teachers. And they pay $92 HR, plus 17.5% contribution to your superfund, and a full-time teaching load is 4 hours of teaching a day, 2x 2-hour lessons. That's $1,840 a week, or $95,000 PA, plus super. And the lesson prep time is almost non-existent, as the universities have been running these courses for so many years that they've tailored all the material to be ready to serve. And the demand for English teaching from foreigners is increasing at a huge rate, and will continue to do so for many years. Military to federal govt bureaucrat. If you are able-bodied, you can get into at least one branch of the US military. Once you make it through training, it's exceptionally difficult to get yourself fired. Deployments to war zones are exceptionally rare right now as well. After 4 years, you get out and get paid a full-time salary to become a college student. That's your whole job, going to school, post 9/11 GI Bill, graduate, and start applying to federal gov jobs on USAJobs.gov. With military experience and the degree you earned for free and got paid to study, you can be making $60K by the time you're 24, and no college debt. And most gov jobs can currently only hire existing gov employees or veterans. That's the rule. In 2004, I was homeless. I joined the military, went to school on post 9/11 G bill, then got a federal job making about $75K per year. I was then headhunted to become the spokesman for a hospital, my current job, where I make even more money in a cheaper part of the country. I'm not a recruiter, the military is not for everyone, and I had a lot of reasons I didn't make it into a full career. There's a good deal of bullshit involved. But at the end of the day, I'm living a very easy life thanks to investing 4 early years of my life into the military. Packaging engineer. You basically engineer the packaging for products. So you hate that plastic clamshell packaging? You can be the solution. Great pay, interesting work, and the job outlook is awesome. You can't name many companies that don't use some kind of packaging. Not many schools have the program, but if yours does, I highly recommend it. Software QA testing, especially those with skills in automated software testing tools. Very easy to learn, lots of online resources. Don't need any computer math background for this. Huge opportunities, online resources at the end of post. Salary from $70K to $120K plus automated QA testing leads for large organizations making well into $150K. You start as a manual QA tester, testing websites, running in various browsers to see if the application is working fine, running SQL or database scripts, tons of SQL tutorials online, to verify data. Day-to-day tasks, working with engineering manager and software developers to create test cases. Basically what is that you are going to test, with input provided by developers and rest of the team. Then actually write and run the tests. Automated testing, using various tools for automatically running the tests. Most popular one is Selenium. Basically once you write a test, it launches browsers and clicks them multiple browsers, different browsers, lots of pages. Software testing, online resources. Here's the only answer I promise you won't find elsewhere. Radio engineering. It might seem counterintuitive at first glance. Radio is dead, you say? Not quite. Radio remains among the most consumed forms of media. The infrastructure of radio in the United States is vast, with stations in every city, and even most towns. And most importantly, virtually every radio station is profitable, a claim that even the high-tech world can't make. Yet the pool of radio engineers is drying out. Put simply, the radio engineering talent of old is not being replenished. And this is leading to what many are calling an impending crisis in the world of radio as stations age and break down and nobody's left to fix them. People graduating with expertise in radio engineering, FCC regulations, upgrading stations, mapping signals, etc., will find a dearth of competition and high pay. The opportunities for entrepreneurship in radio are also remarkable. To this day, I've yet seen someone recommend a college student to pursue radio engineering, and it boggles my mind. Source: my father is one of the last veteran radio engineers in America. Management Information Systems, Business School, is a great field to go into. A mix of tech and business in a global world goes a long way versus being super technical or business focused. Someone needs to help bridge the two. I think business students shrug it off as the classes they learn excel in. It's much more. Best decision I've ever made.